What's going on, everyone? It has been a crazy week with weather throughout the entire world, it looks like. We've had an insane ice storm here in the U.S. I don't know if you guys have heard anything about that. A lot of people without power. It's, I don't know, 10 degrees outside Fahrenheit right now. But I was kind of curious. I was like, what is everywhere experiencing like insane cold weather? And I found out that Ireland has been having insane flooding with a massive storm. The storm, what is it called? It was Storm Chandra, and yeah, there's a lot of footage coming out in Ireland. I hope anyone that's there, I hope you're safe, your house is not flooded too bad. I have never been through like a serious flooding before. I've experienced tornadoes, fires, ice storms. Flooding though, I mean, I've driven through some flooding, but I've never had it like actually in my city. So smash the like button. Let's dive in and take a look at what's going on in Ireland.
This is probably the worst I've ever seen, and I'm born and reared in town. And the first flood here was 19 and 24. The last flood was 2018. I signed a contract in 2011 for 50 million for the flood relief scheme. It was rejected.
This is insane. Look how high the water is. Holy shit.
2022 over a freshwater power. This is many years now. The people on the Island Road, everything in their house will go in a skip, and the business people are saying it's just not good enough. We need this flood relief scheme now.
Look, this is a devastating day for us all here in Enniscorthy. At 3 o'clock in the morning, all of our worst fears were realised when the River Slaney burst its banks yet again, and it has absolutely caused devastation to the people of the town and also to the businesses of the town. Only a short few minutes ago, we had a family taken out in life raft from their apartment here, and a really, really heartbreaking moment for them, particularly with a newborn baby. And that's the devastation that we faced here this morning.
Yeah, I mean, the flooding probably comes in so damn fast, right? Like, really, really quick.
The Chandra cleanup continues. In this pub in Enniscorthy in County Wexford, a brand new pool table. It lasted one day.
Yeah, you couldn't make it up. We only had it installed there over €3,000 euro. Brand new. The man worked for hours putting it on, and then the next day it's over underwater.
You got one game.
That sucks so bad. Brand new pool table, just absolutely destroyed. I feel like you might be able to salvage this though a little bit, right? Like, it should be usable. I have no idea. Actually, now that I think about it, the wood might get warped, and then the table is probably not going to be completely even.
Game on it, you said.
One game.
Played one game on it.
This was the pub after the sudden flood.
It's tough, as you can see. The guys are working really hard.
Holy shit.
To get the place back open, not just for us, but for the community as well.
The River Slaney burst its banks in the early hours of yesterday, with the worst flooding Enniscorthy has seen in 30 years. There's a real community spirit here today. We meet Robbie, a maintenance worker pumping out a hotel lift shaft, even though his own home remains flooded.
I look after people first, and then I look after myself. It's the sad stories you hear, and the children crying yesterday broke my heart. And women bringing out the babies and children and get them on dinghies. All the rescue places here in Enniscorthy are fantastic.
The lack of proper flood defences here has been a perennial source of anger in Enniscorthy.
It's so high. It's like 4 or 5 feet high.
Scheme for the last 15 or 20 years, it never happened. Now, whose fault that is, I don't know. But as I say, I feel terrible for the people came out of apartments, and people were telling me there was people actually standing on the side of the road with suitcases and that. Like this is terrible in 2026. You know, the likes of this shouldn't be happening.
In the UK, Somerset authorities declared a major incident after intense rainfall.
Whoa, holy
shit. In the village of Newtown Poppleford near Exeter, one resident was rescued through his bedroom window as the waters rose.
We climbed down a ladder. They took the dog first.
I mean, the house, like, dude, stuff just gets so ruined, doesn't it? Like, that much water. I don't even, like, how do you even repair that? I have no idea.
Which was a nightmare, but they took him down. Took me down. I didn't have any shoes either because they were all downstairs, so they went and...
Like, mold? Would it mold start growing, and especially all the wood gets that wet, and then, like, once the water recedes, mold would then come into play? I'm not too sure,
shoes to put on.
I feel like it would.
Everything downstairs is ruined. All my tools in the back are completely soaked, covered in mud. It's the mud more than anything else. The water I can deal with, but it's just the silt and the slime, and everything in the kitchen cupboards is ruined.
Chandra caused havoc across the southwest,
what a shock.
and the first fatality was confirmed. A lorry driver in his 60s whose vehicle crashed into a river in the New Forest. Back in Enniscorthy, they're not sure if the worst is over yet. As the clean-up operation continues here today, the weather has mostly been dry, even sunny at times, but that isn't fooling anybody here. There is a lot of further rainfall predicted in these parts over the next 48 hours. And as you can see, the ground...
Hold on, when was this posted? 1 hour ago. This was posted 1 hour ago, and more flooding coming in the next 48 hours.
Is absolutely saturated. There simply is nowhere else for excess water to go. So it really wouldn't take much further rainfall here for the further risk of flooding to return. The recovery effort continues, even as the forecasts are awaited nervously each day. Stephen Murphy, Sky News in Enniscorthy.
Man, that sucks so bad. I had no idea it was that bad. I haven't seen these videos yet, you guys. I pulled them, threw them up, and I'm reacting to them in real time here. So had no idea it was this insane. I just thought, jeez.
Just after getting so high, there's going to be 5-6 inches of it in the house now. There's nothing we can do. We sandbag the front, the back. It's coming up through the toilets, the storage. Everything is coming back up. And we're here 34 years and it's never done that.
I mean, the water's going to get through. Yeah, there's not much you can do.
Okay, and we're devastated. We're devastated that nobody came. Our friends and family helped us. And that was about it.
Oh, so... Well, I see police right there. Was there not like a huge reaction from the government? I have no idea. So completely, ignorant to it. Down trees too. Man, look at that. Oh, the audio just kicked in. Thought that was lightning. Dude, they have to stand on the roofs?
Cleanup operation continues after Storm Chandra. Met Éireann is warning of further possible flooding in the southeast, with heavy rain forecast to fall on saturated ground overnight. A 24-hour status yellow warning has been issued for 5 counties in the region from midnight tonight, including County Wexford, which bore the brunt of this week's intense rainfall and left large parts of the town of Enniscorthy here underwater. With the first of our reports this evening, here's our southeast correspondent, Mark O'Driscoll.
The sheer impacts of Storm Chandra were still being felt in Enniscorthy 24 hours later. Businesses and homeowners left to try and turn the tide once more.
Just to give you kind of a bit of a picture of like what it was yesterday, it was up to there in our shop over there. The same then shop over at that side of the river, and like it is absolutely devastating. And it's just like you're kind of waiting for it to happen. It's not, while there's no proper flood defence in place, it's a matter of when it happens rather than if it happens.
I kind of keep hearing this over and over from the residents that like there isn't really a plan in place if it floods. It's just kind of like you just wait for it to happen, like you just said. That sucks. I mean, they did have sandbags though, so I'm sure getting the sandbags ready, they knew that it was kind of going to happen, and that can prevent some of it. That's honestly in California when it used to flood, because we have wildfires. When the wildfire is over and then winter comes, you have massive flooding. That's basically all we would do too, is just sandbag as much as we could.
Residents living along Island Road near the banks of the River Slaney put on brave faces as they returned to their homes to assess the damage.
I'll have to get this all painted, I'll have to get new floor, and it's the inconvenience of it, and possibly in 6 months' time half the furniture will probably start falling apart.
We had a bit of a chance to move things that'll be sentimental value for my mother, like pictures and things, ornaments that are handed down and whatever. So just total devastation. She's 84 years of age. It's just hard.
The business community also determined to reopen their doors, some knowing it would cost thousands just to start trading again.
We were literally running for our lives. We made it out alive. There's the good news. The bad news is we're returning. This is the carnage. There is no plan B. We lost our flood cover clause from our insurance policy in 2000, and we've been...
Oh my God. They didn't have flood insurance. You know what, though? I think this is something similar, and I hate to keep bringing up California, but we lived in an area that everyone started losing their fire insurance, especially like after the Palisades fires, which burnt down tens of thousands of homes. All the insurance companies are just like, yeah, we don't want to do it anymore. We're not giving fire insurance. I'm assuming with like how frequent flooding happens here, it's probably the same things. That's just horrible.
Been paddling our own canoe ever since.
With another rain warning due to come into effect for the southeast of the country tonight, it's hoped that growing fears won't be met with rising water levels once more.
Ugh.
Well, Taoiseach Micheál Martin said that people struggling with flood damage in their homes are having a soul-destroying experience. Householders and business owners whose property was damaged by Storm Chandra are being encouraged to apply for the emergency response payment.
This was the scene residents of Grange Park Road in Rathfarnham woke up to yesterday morning. The owners of this newly renovated house that they moved into Christmas week found their downstairs flooded with water. This morning the clean-up operation was underway on a road where dozens of homes, gardens and cars have been severely damaged.
You know, one of our cars is gone. Garage is flooded out, our back garden, so we now have water underneath the floors, so the house stinks, and it's going to probably take us a couple of weeks or months to get that dried out. We're sort of disgusted. You know, this road has flooded in the past, but you know, this was 2 feet higher than anything previously.
Adding to local frustrations here is the fact that there's actually flood relief work going on just a few hundred metres away, but it's been going on for some time and it's not clear when it's going to be completed.
The heavy rains that were up the mountains created the problem, and it came down obviously into the urban areas here in the big surges that were very hard to control and very hard to predict as well. So since that, it's kind of been firefighting a little bit. That scheme has been in the pipeline for a number of years. Unfortunately, it went through a judicial review a number of years ago, which really delayed the delivery of the scheme by about 3 years. The scheme is due to be complete within the next 12 months, I believe, and that's when we hope we'll never see this like happen down here in Grange Park again.
In Aughrim in County Wicklow, residents of the holiday village have also had their lives upended by Storm Chandra.
Just the suddenness of it.
The mud,
really
yeah. The mud really sucks.
Devastated about it, really, because my husband has just gone, not that long ago, 18 months ago, he had open heart surgery and he had a stroke after that. And we were beginning to get our lives back, and now this happens. So we've had a difficult few years, to say the least, and we were hoping 2026 might be a little better.
Fuck.
Their focus now is on recovery and rebuilding and hoping that further rainfall doesn't wreak more havoc here.
How, like, what? That's like the shittiest. Your partner gets like open heart surgery and immediately you get back home and then your entire house floods. What? I fell for that.
The Library, RTE News.
All right, we're going to end it there. All right, I feel so bad, man. Hopefully the damage wasn't too bad for too many people. I don't know. It seems like it looked massive. Some of that footage, especially when they did the aerial shot, it was really, really big. So, all right, Phil, for anyone in Ireland dealing with all the rain, let's pray that it doesn't come down too much more heavy coming up. And yeah, gonna go ahead and end it there. Appreciate you guys watching. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.